Yes, this is a John Cena shirt, but I feel the message of this shirt right here comes from me as a wrestling fan and as a reviewer on this channel to rise above the hate of the Royal Rumble 2014 and what some people have witnessed and what some people may consider a bad show. To me personally, I felt the Royal Rumble 2014 was a pretty damn good WWE show. What is up, guys? This is Chase Oliver here, and I'm going to bring you my Royal Rumble 2014 review. Now, do note, if you have headphones, you may want to take them out a little bit, not have them in, or you have people sleeping. Be aware, I will scream. Going to do a Hulk Hogan impression in this review, and much more. Because there's stuff I'm going to rant about. There is stuff I'm going to rant about. But there's also stuff I'm going to praise. And I felt the Royal Rumble was a good start to 2014 in WWE. I know I may be one of the few reviewers that come on here and say this, but if you can please just listen to my thoughts of the show before you comment down below, I'm an idiot or something. Please listen to my thoughts. Then you can give your opinion of what you thought about the Royal Rumble 2014. But let's just move on forward. The pre-show match between the Brotherhood and the New Age Outlaws, I thought was a nice, solid tag team match. Really did enjoy it. Was happy to see that the New Age Outlaws picked up the tag team titles and are now the 6-time tag team champions of the world. I'm happy about that. I'm very excited that they picked up their 6 tag team titles because I feel the New Age Outlaws will be good for a young team to go over and win, the tag straps over at a WrestleMania down the line. To me personally, I'm glad also they didn't do a breakup of Cody Rhodes and Goldust in the match. I mean, I felt that would be just too predictable. But I said in my preview, maybe this is like a setup for what will happen in the Royal Rumble later on tonight. And it almost was. And my boy Khalil on Twitter said maybe they'll do something at the Royal Rumble. And I said, yeah, maybe. We have to wait and see. And he was right. He called it. They did do something in the Royal Rumble match that I will talk about when I get to the Royal Rumble match. But overall, good, solid start to the pay-per-view. I'm glad the New Age Outlaws won the tag straps in their promo at the end with Renee Young later in the night was just hilarious. Oh, God, you're not. Oh, let's just move on forward to the opening of the night. Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt. Awesome match. This was an awesome match between these two wrestlers. I really did enjoy it because the match started out, the crowd was insanely hot, insanely into it. It was awesome. You were like, yes, this is how a match starts. And then soon enough, the crowd simmers down a bit as they are watching Daniel Bryan get dissected by Bray Wyatt. And the fans, they're worried. Can Daniel Bryan overcome the odds? Can he do it? And then all of a sudden, Daniel Bryan pops up and the crowd pops up again. The storytelling, the match itself, it was awesome. In-ring action was good. This is a match you need to watch. And this is one of the best matches on pay-per-view in 2014 for the WWE. To me personally, I really, 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 really enjoyed this match right here. Excellent fucking match between Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt. Now, I did question the winner earlier in the night. I still kind of question it right now why Bray Wyatt went over Daniel Bryan. To me personally, I felt that was the wrong booking decision. I felt you have Daniel Bryan win this match and this feud. Until I saw the rest of the show. But let me tell you guys something. This match is awesome. I wish Daniel Bryan won this match instead of Bray Wyatt. I felt it made more sense for Daniel Bryan to win. But then later on, when you watch the latter part of the show, you see why Bray Wyatt won the match. Now we move on forward to 2-2-2. Big Show versus Brock Lesnar. One thing that irked me about this is that Brock Lesnar needed a steel freaking chair to beat up the Big Show. Okay. Let me just say this. Maybe this is me being a UFC fan, and I've seen Brock Lesnar actually fight in the UFC. I know Big Show is 7 foot, 400, whatever the fuck pounds he is, and he's huge. But why does Brock Lesnar need a fucking chair just to fucking beat up the Big Show? Are you kidding me? Like, you're telling me Brock Lesnar can't knock him out? But in all honesty, I felt that when Brock Lesnar was using the chair, it grabbed so much heel heat onto him. Like, the fans were actually booing Brock Lesnar. Normally you have Brock Lesnar get massive cheers, but this time it was a really, really mixed reaction from the crowd seeing Brock Lesnar beat up the Big Show. And then when Big Show got up and hit the knockout punch, the crowd went batshit for that. I was like, oh my God, that's awesome. I thought that was an awesome part of the match. You get Lesnar to come back into the ring just to hit an F5. Yeah, the match was short. Why is this on the card? To me personally, I felt it was so effective. You make Brock Lesnar look like a badass because he can stand up to a knockout punch. You show Brock Lesnar's a vicious son of a bitch by just beating the shit out of Big Show until he's done. And not only that, you make Brock Lesnar look like a big bad bully for whoever comes back at WrestleMania to face him. That is awesome to me. The one thing I would have done is I would have, in all honesty, have the guy who Brock Lesnar is facing at WrestleMania would have come out and just like kind of tease it a little bit. But I understand if they just want Brock Lesnar to look like a badass at the end of the day. Fans were mixed for pretty much the whole segment. Some said it went too long. Some said it was boring. Some said it was awesome. I'm on the degree that it was awesome and it did more for Brock Lesnar's character and showed how vicious he can be. So to me personally, I like Brock Lesnar beating up the Big Show. All right, time for John Cena and Randy Orton. This match will most likely be talked about for more of what the crowd was saying this is awful. That chanting Daniel Bryan, chanting Y2J, chanting a bunch of We Want Divas match. To me personally, I felt this match was solid. For me going into this, I wasn't interested into Randy Orton or John Cena at all. But for me as a reviewer and someone who has to come on here and review this, I was kind of getting into the match near the end. I mean, the beginning was kind of like every John Cena Randy Orton match. Headlock, Cena move, headlock, Cena move, headlock, Cena move. Orton hit a power set. Back to the headlock, Cena move. You know, that type of deal, regular Cena Orton BS. But then when they start to do each other's finishers, like Cena doing the JFA, aka the RKO, or the JFC, I should say, aka the RKO. You have Randy Orton hit the Randy adjustment, aka the attitude adjustment. You have them stealing each other's finishers. I felt that was a nice little touch. I kind of enjoyed that part because it was like, oh, who's going to give in here? And then at the end of the day, when I saw Cena hit the STF, I was like, oh, hell no. Is he really going to... He's going to win his 15th title. I thought it was going to be... Boom, 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 boom. I am boom, 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 boom. 15-time boom, 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 boom. Champion. Do, 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 do. Just 2 more. Do, 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 do. And I'll break Ric Flair's record. Do, 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 do. I really thought that was the fucking case. And all of a sudden... Bray fucking Wyatt comes out, distracts John Cena, Randy Orton hits the RKO, and then all of a sudden, this is what pisses me off. Randy Orton looks like a fucking piece of shit at the end of the day. He beats John Cena once again. He beats fucking John Cena. He walks out of the arena like it's nothing. You thought the Wyatt family would attack Randy Orton instead because Randy Orton made fun of Bray Wyatt. But in all honesty, he just walks out. Like we're supposed to forget Randy Orton and John Cena ever had a match. Holy fucking shit. Way to make your champion look like a fucking idiot. And not only that, Bray Wyatt fucking attacks John Cena. And John Cena at the end of the day can still walk and get up. And he's like, oh, and like acting like what the fuck just happened type of deal on his dumb face. Like, are you kidding me, WWE? Are you kidding me? You trying to sit here and tell me that John Cena can get up from that attack when Daniel Bryan still laid out after that attack and CM Punk was laid out by that attack? Come on, man. Just have Cena get stretched out. It would add more effect to the Bray Wyatt attack. I mean, why even have Bray Wyatt attack anyways? Just have Bray Wyatt interrupt. Don't have him attack. And one thing I will say is, if you're a fan in the arena that night and you were chanting yes when Bray Wyatt was attacking John Cena, you look like a dummy, in my personal opinion. The reason being is this. The yes chant is for Daniel Bryan. Leave it at Daniel Bryan. If any Yahoo can get chanted yes at, I feel the yes chant kind of loses its luster and its prestige that it belongs to Daniel Bryan. So in all honesty, leave the yes chants to Daniel Bryan. Don't make any Yahoo get the yes, yes, yes chant. Because if any Yahoo can get the yes, yes, yes chant, then what's the point of even having it? In my personal opinion, it's solely for Daniel Bryan. That's just me. But other than that, I can understand now why Bray Wyatt won earlier tonight. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, this is going to set up a Bray Wyatt and John Cena match at WrestleMania 30. Oh, please, this is just a filler feud, especially if you saw what happened at the end of the Royal Rumble. This is just a filler feud. The only way this will be a WrestleMania match if John Cena is teaming up with, oh, you guessed it, brother. Dude, you guys really think that Bray Wyatt and John Cena are going on to have a one-on-one match at WrestleMania? Not even in TNA will we book this shit. We're bound for glory, brother. Oh, hell no, brother. The only way Bray Wyatt is sniffing the mat with John Cena at WrestleMania, dude, is if John Cena is teaming up with the almighty Hulkster, dude. There's no way in hell we're going to see Bray Wyatt going into WrestleMania to face John Cena one-on-one, brother, unless the almighty Hulkster dude is in John Cena's corner, so that way I can give Bray Wyatt 3 stiff rights, a big boot, and that atomic leg drop. What you gonna do when Hulkamania returns on you, brother? Oh, by the way, also the Icon Steen would need to be the tag team partner, dude. Hear that, Steener? I heard it, Hulkster, and I'm ready. That's the only way Bray Wyatt's touching WrestleMania with John Cena, brother. And don't you forget it, dude. That's all I gotta say. If John Cena and Bray Wyatt is at WrestleMania, you'll hear my thoughts about that later on. Let's just move on forward to the Royal Rumble. My boy Schleg Daddy from OTR Central. You guys may know it more as OTR Central and not his nickname Schleg Daddy. My boy Schleg Daddy said it best in his preview show. No matter what happens at the Royal Rumble, no matter what happens, if Daniel Bryan's not in the Rumble match, fans are going to hate on the Rumble match itself, not give a fuck what happened for the rest of the pay-per-view, and ultimately hate the Rumble pay-per-view. And the reason why I decided to bust out this shirt for this review, because I kind of knew this shit would happen, that Daniel Bryan would not be in the Rumble. Let me give you my thoughts about the Rumble match first, and then I'll give a rant why Daniel Bryan should have been in the Rumble, but also give a rant why he shouldn't have been in the Rumble, you know? You get the idea? Rumble match itself, I felt was good. And it's sad that this match is going to get overshadowed because fans are upset that Daniel Bryan isn't in the Rumble. But just know, guys, if Daniel Bryan was in the Rumble, WWE would have been forced to have him win it. Yes, he is the most over guy in the company, no question about it. But WWE is looking for huge things at their WrestleMania 30 pay-per-view. Daniel Bryan will get a huge role at WrestleMania 30, whether it's facing Undertaker, Triple H, or whoever the fuck else he has to face at the WWE event. Daniel Bryan will get a huge role at WrestleMania 30, mark my fucking words. If anything, I do not agree who won the Rumble match, but let's talk about some of the highlights for me personally in this Rumble match. One of the highlights that I liked was Kofi Kingston with that fucking jump. Honestly, I thought he wasn't going to make it, but when he made that jump, that shit was awesome. I kind of wish Kofi Kingston stayed longer in this match and actually lasted a long time, but I understand why they didn't, because you need to build up my boy Roman Reigns. What did I tell you guys about Roman Reigns? I said it. He's going to last long in the Rumble. He almost won that damn shit, too, and he eliminated 13 people, breaking Kane's record. Oh, Kane! Yeah, that's right, Roman Reigns now. And what I liked also is how they interacted with the Shield, where you had the Shield look like they were teaming up, and then Dean Ambrose, when he saw the right opportunity, almost eliminated Reigns, showing the cracks in the Shield, especially since Reigns eliminated 2 of his Shield mates, showing the cracks in the Shield. Thumbs up for me in this Rumble match. El Torito is a fucking double 2 thumbs up for me in this match. Roman Reigns is like 5 thumbs up alone. But El Torito with the Hurricane Ranas that he was pulling, awesome. I like the Cesaro swing in this match. That was a fun little moment. And I loved when they would come out and put the right hands over the heart. The fans would say, "We the people." We have JBL come out making his Rumble debut in the most funniest ways possible. Honestly, the surprise entrance this year did suck. Okay, yeah, cool. Kevin Nash, Diesel. I like seeing Kevin Nash. He looked fucking great in my personal opinion. Cool. Is Sheamus really a surprise entrant? No, not really. But I felt how he returned was fucking awesome. Like, the Shield looked like they were going to triple powerbomb CM Punk. And then all of a sudden, it's a shameful thing. Lost your head. And then fucking Sheamus comes out. I thought that shit was sick, motherfuckers. In all honesty, I feel this Rumble match was a fun watch. I like this Royal Rumble match. I don't like who won. Now, I am a Batista fan. I will say this, and I said it in my preview. That I don't think Batista should win because it just seems way too damn early. They're just bringing him back. Yes, I know you got to make Batista look credible, but he's the fucking animal Batista. How much more credible does this guy need to be? How much more credible does the animal Batista need to be? We know who the fuck Batista is. What I wanted was CM Punk to win the Royal Rumble because This is what I was thinking. Well, when you have CM Punk win the Rumble, people are thinking he's going to go on to WrestleMania to become the best in the world and win the WWE Heavyweight Championship. But then at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, you screw him out of his title opportunity, and it sets up the CM Punk and Triple H feud to be a little bit bigger, and hell, you could do whatever the fuck you want with the WWE Heavyweight Championship match. That's what I was thinking. If you're not going to have Daniel Bryan win this match, hell, why not CM Punk? I felt CM Punk would make a nice alternative if Daniel Bryan wasn't in this match. But no, you have Kane come out, eliminate CM Punk when Kane's not in the match. Oh, fucking A, it's so predictable, so stupid. Honestly. What sounds more entertaining, guys? An Elimination Chamber match between Kane and CM Punk with no freaking shit on the line? Or the shit that I thought up where Kane and CM Punk face each other with CM Punk's Rumble title shot at WrestleMania on the line? To me personally, I liked what I cooked up a little bit. Just me personally. But in all honesty, Batista winning, not the best decision. I felt if you were going to have Roman Reigns at the end of it all, have Roman Reigns win it. I'm a huge Batista fan, but I don't think he should have won the Rumble. I understand that some people agree that Batista should have. Now it's time for the rant about Daniel Bryan not being in the Rumble, but I kind of understand why WWE did not put him in the Rumble. You know, it's a really dumb dick decision where this guy gets chanted everywhere. The fans love him. Yes is like the biggest thing possible in the WWE. It reaches outside venues like the Michigan State game. How this guy is so fucking over. And yet the WWE is afraid to pull the fucking trigger and say, here he is, Daniel Bryan. I'll admit, I'm not the hugest, biggest DB fan in the world. I like Daniel Bryan, but I'm not a #1 Daniel Bryan fan. I'll be the first to admit it. Sometimes I don't see what's so fucking special about Daniel Bryan, but I understand what purpose he serves in the company, and I fucking think that he should have been in the Rumble tonight. It's just redonkulous to me that Daniel Bryan, a guy that the fans love, a guy that the fans really can get behind, an easy person to go on to WrestleMania, to face off against a fucking heel like Randy fucking Orton, and be able to have a fucking awesome WrestleMania moment where fucking however many people that fucking Superdome can hold, and you have Daniel Bryan go, yes, yes, with that fucking title, both titles, I don't give a fuck, with all those titles around his fucking waist, and the fans chanting yes with him. Easy fucking moment to create. But no, the WWE dumb dicks us again. How dumb is this company sometimes? How dumb is it that the WWE can't just give us something to cheer for once? At least my OBW dream match is still available. At least I could probably still see Brock Lesnar, Batista, Cena, and Orton in a fatal four-way because we talk about how these four were the future of the company, and here it is at WrestleMania 30. That's still an open avenue. That's still an open avenue for me to maybe see Hulk Hogan team up with a Daniel Bryan, I guess. But in all honesty, I just don't understand how you can have someone so over and not put him in the match. I understand why they didn't put him in the match. I understand it. Because the WWE does not want Daniel Bryan to take away attention from everyone else in the ring. If you put him in the match, you were having to make him win the match, and they didn't have any plans for Daniel Bryan. But just for once, WWE, as a wrestling fan and just in general, I kind of wish I saw Daniel Bryan have his moment. I'm not the biggest Daniel Bryan fan in the world. Hell, my favorite wrestler is Randy fucking Orton. I ain't afraid to fucking admit it. He's my favorite wrestler. Deal with it if I like him. But I would have loved to see Daniel Bryan win it. I thought it would have been a win for the WWE and a win for the wrestling community. But even when you don't put him in the match, it just gets overshadowed. Like, you know, people are now never going to talk about this fun Rumble match, this good Rumble match, in my personal opinion. They're just going to talk about how Daniel Bryan was not in the Royal Rumble. For anyone that fucking hates Rey Mysterio for taking away that number 30 spot from Daniel Bryan, don't blame Rey Mysterio. Blame the fucking company who booked this shit. It wasn't Rey Mysterio's fault. Rey Mysterio didn't say, hey, don't give Daniel Bryan that match. No. It's dumb dick company that did this shit. To me, personally, I understand. Daniel Bryan not being in the Rumble match pisses me off as just a general wrestling fan who loves and enjoys product. But it's not going to ruin me as a human being, as a person, as a wrestling fan, as a whole, that he wasn't in it, and it's not going to ruin this Rumble match for me because I actually tend to enjoy this Rumble match. I know that sounds weird to most people, that I actually enjoyed the Royal Rumble match, but I did. I am pissed off. Daniel Bryan wasn't in the match. But for me personally, it won't take away my enjoyment of this show and what I felt this show was a good Royal Rumble pay-per-view. Thank you all for watching this video. If you guys like me, comment down below your thoughts. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. It's all up on you. I'm out of here. Peace.